So a new feature on Adobe Photoshop is going to let artists prove that they are creators of artwork on NFT marketplaces. So the new feature is called Content Credentials and captures the identity data as an image it's edited and stored in the I cannot read, in the metadata. And there's a website where you can type in the credentials and that metadata can be verified. So super cool. This came as an innovation from Creator Demand, who are saying, you know, I'm minting my artwork as NFTs, but people can slightly change it or mint copies of it as NFTs. And so what do I do? Adobe's come up with a solution and they're going into beta next month. Zach, I am going to kick this off to you. What do you think of Adobe getting into NFTs?
I just love that photo. It makes me laugh just looking at that photo. It just makes me smile. You know that meme where it's like graphic design is my passion? That's what I think about when I see that photo. So shout out to whoever picked that photo. It wasn't me. Good work. Oh, thank you. Control. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for enhancing that. All right. Thank you. That was good. That was good effect. All right.
Great caricature.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. NFTs are just, they just don't go away. They're getting more and more mainstream by the day, right? So they're getting mainstream in terms of where you can sell this stuff. They're getting mainstream in terms of where you can make this stuff. Super interesting. Everybody's going to have an NFT. NFTs are going to be so ubiquitous. One day, even we won't talk about them. That's how ubiquitous NFTs are about to be. But I'm going to toss it to Will.
It's going to be a sad day.
It's going to be a sad day.
So like from a photography or videography standpoint, it makes sense to have something like this because people do steal each other's work quite often. Advertisers steal videographers' work and just throw it up. People like change things, make addendums to it, and then they pass it off as their own. And having some sort of centralized system in a sense that you can kind of keep track of these things, but it's also on a decentralized blockchain. It's pretty cool innovation. And hopefully it does kind of get picked up going down the line. I know that a lot of people do use metadata in the first place to kind of track these things. So I'd be interested to see how much of a better system this is than the current one. Because I think at the baseline, the issue is tracking your photo, because once it goes live, that can go all over the globe. And that really is the key problem, is keeping track of where it is and if you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, I'll jump in and just say, like, sorry, go ahead, Jen.
No, go for it. I think we only have 1 minute left. Get it in.
So I was going to say, like, although you are talking about this as a way to, you know, confirm that and verify that artists have minted something and it was their work and they own it and whatnot, you know, there is a comment in this article that says, you know, artists complain that even if they mint their art made on Adobe software as NFTs, others can mint imitations of their art. There's no way to prove who is the original creator. So there are a lot of, you know, technical issues that that we face when we have this meet space meeting the NFT world. So, I mean, it's interesting. Adobe, like, finding an easy way for people to just create things in NFT format makes a lot of sense because everyone's kind of diving into this world right now. The verification side of things, I just don't understand how they're really going to do that. And I also don't like Adobe being kind of like in charge of that verification process. It's just kind of this very centralized thing. Like, if you want to prove something, can't we just verify people own the private key on a blockchain? Like, you know, I don't know. There are just lots of questions that come into mind. Adobe has had a heavy hand as well ever since they moved to Creative Cloud, and everything's like you're renting the software rather than actually owning it. They put a lot more controls in place. I found out recently, like, you can't even like put into Photoshop money. I didn't realize that, but they actually stop you and say, like, you know, this is against our code of conduct or whatever. You cannot be editing this. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyone who's in graphic design or in video editing knows that you need graphics like that all the time. So it's crazy that they curtail that use. There are a lot of open source alternatives to Adobe software out there. If you are interested in using something with a bit more freedom, encourage you to explore those things. But Jen, I'll throw to you for final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, the beta comes out next month, so let's give it a go and see how it works. They already have partnerships with OpenSea, Rarible, and Super Rare, so let's see. I mean, Naomi, I think you're absolutely right, but I think this is, again, a bridge for people who are not crypto natives, who are getting into NFTs, and they don't really know where to start with verification. I think that this is the right step for them. Let's see how it rolls out, and I'm sure we'll talk about it next month.